Hey everyone, it's Jamie and welcome back to my channel. Today we are back in one of my favorite Sim 4 worlds, Forgotten Hallow. I will admit, Forgotten Hallow is very small, but it is a game pack, and with vampires we did get amazing gameplay. So I guess I'm willing to forgive it, but I do sometimes wish it was just a little bit bigger. What I'm doing today is I'm building another Victorian. As we all know, if you've been around this channel, I love Victorians, but I also just feel like it's the style that fits the best in Forgotten Hallow. So with that said, I do want to talk about the inspiration for this build. I did a few months ago buy a bunch of coloring books, adult coloring books that were architectural based. I bought a few that were just Victorian, some that were just kind of like a bunch of different architectural styles and architectural builds, and with one of them came with like a floor plan of each house because they were all real houses. So I was trying to do my best to replicate this image from the coloring book. The floor plan was super confusing because it did not state where was the front, and this house does have 3 doors as well as a bunch of bump outs, and for some reason it didn't include the porch on the actual blueprints, so it was very hard to tell what was where. So I kind of went off the blueprints a lot, and I did kind of realize as I got very far into it, I definitely made the house a little smaller than I should have. I could have made it wider. You'll see when I'm trying to put down stairs, it gets very crowded very quickly. It's not ideal. So if I could go back and rebuild this, or if I was motivated enough, I definitely would go back and change that, but I'm pretty happy. I feel like it kind of gives it that aesthetic that a lot of Victorian homes have, where they are very, 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 not overcrowded, but they're definitely, I guess overcrowded is the right word, but yeah, a lot of Victorian homes are very narrow. They're not super spacious, and part of it has to do with it was very custom of the time to fill your house with a lot of items and things, as well as it was very very common to just have kind of narrow hallways. So, but that's what I was kind of going for here. I was trying to build this home that I was looking at, and I'm pretty happy with how it comes out aesthetically. I do think it's a little crowded, so if you're going to use this for gameplay, I do apologize, it is a little crowded. And my idea for it is I was trying to build a home for some like mortal human Sims in Forgotten Hallow, because what I do is I end up putting a bunch of like garlic around the house, like kind of like the garlic reef and like the garlic hanging from the walls and stuff, and I really just did that because I thought it'd be fun to have some kind of less, if you're not really into supernatural play but want to live in Forgotten Hallow, this was kind of the best way I could think of doing that, if that makes sense. So that's what I was doing. That was my plan. Another thing is, because the coloring book, you can draw, it doesn't tell you what color the house is supposed to be. It doesn't even give you the name of these houses. I guess you can't really, or the address, you can't really look them up to be like, oh, what color is it? So I colored it in blue and ended up going for blue for the exterior, but I definitely could have done whatever. That's just what I think to me looked the best. Oh, that also reminds me, I lost a lot of the interior footage. So this is really just going to be the exterior build, and then me playing with the stairs. And I definitely thought about cutting the stairs out, but then I was like, ugh. But then this video would be like not 10 minutes long. Not that I think it matters. Not like my videos aren't monetized anyways, but I don't know, I sometimes get worried that videos that aren't 10 minutes or something, no one will watch for some reason. So definitely, I could be wrong, maybe people want shorter content. But yeah, so there's no images of me doing the interior, and I kept the images, or the footage, not the images, the footage of me working on the stairs, mostly because like I really struggled, and it definitely kind of shows off like, ooh, this is a narrow home, So I think from the outside it looks spacious, but then you start slapping stairs down and you're like, I don't know where anything's supposed to go. Error, error, error. But yeah, so I tried to use a lot of base game and vampires for the exterior. I did end up using those windows from the main windows I use for the most are from Realm of Magic, and then I use a few here and there from Strangerville. And I mean, it's because they're that same 19th century Victorian aesthetic. So sorry. I think going into it, I wanted to use just base game, and there are base game windows that look like this. They're that round kind of shape, but I don't know. I just don't like those windows as much. I'm definitely more into the Realm of Magic ones. I think I like the most because you can do the fun little stained glass if you want, which I do end up putting it up on some of the front windows. That and I mostly did that because there's a bathroom right there, and rather than putting in curtains, I thought, oh, the stained glass would be a good way to like add privacy. So that's what I ended up thinking. But yeah, overall, this was a pretty fun build. You can download it off the gallery. I was putting this where originally there was a starter home, and I don't know, I just feel like for Forgotten Hallow, maybe a starter home would make sense, but for me personally, I was kind of like, I don't really want a starter home. I just like this idea of all these Victorians. And my idea with this one also is because you have, you know, Vlad's Castle that I redid, plus another build in here that I don't have a video for. Oh, I do have a video for it for a long time ago. It was, I made it in preparation to get practicing more for Realm of Magic. And then I have the Vittor's home I rebuilt, and then that other home that originally I think would have been that had the garlic on it. Yeah, I got rid of that. I made it more of a vampire home. But yeah, so all of those homes are very like, they're very big. They're a little more luxurious. They're very like gothic, rich people. And they're very dark. They're like what you think of when you think of Victorian dark homes. Like they're kind of moodier. And then this one, it's this bright blue, and it doesn't really fit in, so that's why I kind of liked the juxtaposition of it compared to its surroundings. So that was kind of my idea, since I wasn't going to do a starter home. I was like, okay, but I still want to do something that really wouldn't maybe fit in. And my idea was, I was thinking, I don't think a starter home would really fit in, but I also don't really want to do one, because, you know, especially for like some of these smaller worlds, I'm not really interested in doing smaller builds because I have less of an opportunity, in my opinion, to have fun and do something big and ostentatious. Which was my approach also for Glimmerbrook. However, I will say my approach for Strangerville definitely has at least one starter home, the trailer, and then I redid the Sigworth house, which is not a starter home anymore, but my idea was like, it looks nice, I don't know. But anyways, like I said, so this video really ends up, it's kind of probably wrapping around the voiceover in a few minutes. So I just want to say I've had a big, not huge, but I've had a decent jump in followers recently. Very happy about that. Thank you so much for subscribing and checking out my content. Oh, as you see here, I'm working on the floor plan a little bit more. I end up making the master room over here with the connection to the bathroom, and then on the other side of the hallway ends up being like a little study and another bathroom. And then there's one other bedroom, so it ends up being 3 bedrooms, which compared to some of these other homes, like the Vittor home, for some reason I gave 7 rooms. I think Vlad has like 4 or 5 bedrooms. And then like another home has like 4 or 5, like Forgotten Hallow definitely can pack a lot of Sims. But this home is a 2-bedroom for like 3 Sims, you know, maybe like a married couple and their child. So keep that in mind. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.